Hey guys, it's Soda Mega here. Woo! Gonna go weekend somewhere. I'm bringing you guys today's deck profile. I'm bringing you an appropriate Exodia deck, and I can actually think of 6 different ways to run Exodia, so I'll pull this up as time goes, so you can see multiple ways of running Exodia. Actually, right now I have a lot of deck ideas, so I'll be making them more often. So expect those until I run out of ideas. Then it's gonna take me some time. But let's get away. Let's get on our way. Obviously, Exodia. Sangan, obvious reasons. This thing, Nature Ragweed. It is a broken ass card for appropriate Exodia. When your opponent draws a card outside of their draw phase, you contribute this to draw 2 cards. It's like a mini appropriate. Alright. Distant Hero Defender. It's again appropriate. For appropriate, it has 27 defense, so most monsters can't run over it. Almost no monsters can run over it. And and then your opponent draws a card during your time phase will let you activate your appropriate. Emissary Afterlife. When it gets into the graveyard, you get to add a level 3 or lower normal monster to your hand. So it's not a bad card. And the last 2 monsters, malicious, because they thin out your deck by 1 and they work perfectly with some other cards in the deck. Alright. Spells. Allure of Darkness. Yes, you might remove your exotic pieces, but it's worth it because you get to thin your deck out by 2. Even though you don't get a plus anything in your hand, it's good. And this card. I used to always run Monster Reincarnation until this came out. Then this made it beautiful. Dark Eruption. Add a monster with 1500 attack or less to your hand. All the exotic pieces are less than 1500. Doesn't your defense less than 1500. Sangan's less than 1500. You can recycle stuff like that. Triple Dark World Dealings. Because when you have appropriate on the field, you get to draw 3. And only discard 1. 2 Destiny draws. Obvious reasons. You can mill the defenders or mill the malicious to get the thing up. 3 Upstart Goblins. If I had Momentary Truce, I would run Momentary Truce, quite frankly, because I don't want my opponent to get any life points. So you could replace this with Momentary Truce. I don't have any at the moment, so that's why I didn't put it in here. I'll borrow just in case you remove something important, or I guess remove. Because, you know, you break your show and they remove 2 cards to your exhibits from play, it's over. This stops that. So you still have a fighting chance. And then, triple hand destruction, because you get to draw 4 with appropriate on the field. Okay, now for the traps. Backup Soldier, because sometimes, depending on the deck, you're going to drop your hand and you're going to need to get your cards back. It's a good way to get exotic pieces back. The main card of the deck, the main tech engine, appropriate, because whenever your opponent draws a card, you draw 2 cards, which is beautiful, because this whole deck focuses on that. Call of the Haunted. My god. Heavy Storm or Mystical. Sure, activate, build summon Sangan, let Sangan die, or bring back Emissary, let it die. Add a piece. Easy piece, and you can save yourself from life point damage. And last, to stop people from destroying your appropriates, 2 Dark Bribes. 3 wouldn't be bad, but 2 is good enough for me. So that's the deck, and now I'm going to show you the extra deck. Extra deck is just, let's just say, it's just random. 2 Stardust, and a Chimera Tech, Catacodes. Just Catacodes. And Stardust, because some of a card in the extra deck. If you want to be more aggressive with this, 3 Chain Tie Insects, it'll still work as like Defender, but I wouldn't take Defender, I'll probably take out the Ragweeds. Because whenever this thing battles with your opponent or your opponent's monsters, they draw a card, but with this, with the purple, you'll draw 2, so it's not too much of a sacrifice. Magical Mallet, this is all side deck by the way. If you get really shitty hands, continually get shitty hands, you can replace these for something in there. Monster Reborn, you never know, you might need it. Book of Eclipse against stuff that sinks or exceeds like crazy, like you get a Torga Tangle Plunge, you go Book of Eclipse, stop everything for that turn. When the purple, you'll draw cards. Won't draw more than 2, but you'll draw cards. Depending again how much the opponent makes you discard. Reckless Greed. I would not main deck them in this deck for one reason. And that's because you need to draw. These are good for a 1 quick draw. That's it. I should put it this way. 1 quick draw, and that's about it. But they're not bad cards. They're just really, really inconvenient. And the last card, Starlight Road. Alright, so that's a deck, side deck, and extra deck. This deck overall, it's a really nice deck. One of the decks I'm gonna make, which is gonna be odd for an Exodia deck, is I'm making an aggressive Exodia deck where you can actually win without using the Exodia. So stay tuned for that. Alright, this is Strata Omega out. Please subscribe.